Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Trader with me, Rykadi. Let's select our next destination, which is still the Thunderfang. So these guys really like heretic trophies and Xenos artifacts. Alright, we got 900 reputation with them. So my initial plan was to go to Rykadi next, but that seems like the planet to go to. So instead I'm going to go back to Rykadi and work my way back across the system, because we came in over here. So I think the intended path is Yurok 5, Rykadi Rykadi Philia, the prison planetoid, and then Rykadi. Plus, the Inquisitor is supposed to be here, and having an Inquisitor and Rogue Trader go to the hub planet gives you a lot of authority. And potentially a lot of pull. Rykadi Philia, the prison planetoid. I feel like we've seen this already, but maybe not.
I always keep my options open.
Pilot Raquel. Or Raquel. The pale young woman looks at you with a mixture of hope and disbelief swirling in her eyes. You notice her hands trembling as she clutches her weapon. Who are you? Did you come from the planet? Are you reinforcements? Saint's Teeth, I thought you'd never come. I don't think I'm her sovereign, am I? There's another rogue trader in charge of this system. I have no time for long-winded talks. Brief me on the situation ahead, and do be concise. Reporting. There's been a prison riot on the Planetoid, led by the prison warden himself. My lord Evane Winterscale, son of rogue trader Caligos Winterscale, went to parley with him. The warden himself is spearheading the riot. Yes, she bites her lip. No one expected this. Master Castiglia is a nobleman from a respected governor house and a vassal to House Winterscale. All of a sudden, he proclaimed that Rykadi Philia was now his personal domain, that the prisoners were his subjects, that he would never bow to anyone again. That's pure heresy. And I take it they're looking forward to a diet of sand and gravel. What kind of madman would start a revolt on a barren rock? Why would young Winterscale have felt the need to parley with the dissidents? She sighs quietly. It's a personal matter. Master Castiglia, the seditious warden, is Lord Evane's childhood friend. When my lord heard of the riot, the news saddened him greatly, so he rushed here without delay, in hopes of bringing his old friend to his senses, no doubt. The first Winterscale in my memory who prefers to talk first rather than shoot and slash. She smiles faintly. Young Lord Winterscale is not his father's shadow. If he is determined to save his friend, he won't back down. I pray to the throne that he is alive and well. He's been gone for such a long time, and I really don't like this place. Cassia frowns in confusion. Theobald executed his wife and only son on the mere suspicion of treason against House Orselio. So why did the noble Evane rush to save someone who had betrayed his house? Do bonds of friendship give one the right to make inexcusable mistakes? I'm looking for a man by the name of Heinrix van Calox. He is here, perhaps. Unless it's one of the prisoners or guards, then it seems unlikely. There are no shuttles in working order other than yours and mine. There's nothing else anyone could have used to reach this place. Is there anything else I should be appraised of before I set out? Some of the rebels have holed up in the barracks. I don't know how many, but given this is the only way through to where the negotiations are taking place, I would expect heavy resistance. Please take caution, your lordship. Lord Winterscale's guards mined the entrance so that the rebels couldn't get to the shuttle. Yeah, let's lead into this. Abelard. Teach this riffraff the proper way of addressing her sovereign. Abelard glares at the woman, his brow furrowing. Officer, the person before you is Donald von Valancius, a rogue traitor. Although you are, from what I gather, a subject of another dynasty, you would do well to introduce yourself with the proper decorum. At once, sir. The woman stands at attention. Captain Raquel Vicari, servant of House Winterscale and the pilot of this shuttle. It is an honor to be greeting his lordship von Valancius. I'm growing to really like Abelard. I have no more questions. You may excuse yourself, pilot. The woman freezes for a moment before asking hesitantly, Your lordship, I may have a minute of your time. I wouldn't ever have dared to trouble you with the personal matter, but the situation. In any case, have you been to the capital of Rykad Minoris yet? I wanted to ask if you saw a man there, a communications officer by the name of Jaspar. What is your relationship to this man? We are engaged, your lordship, she declares somewhat bashfully. Remain disdainfully silent. The woman looks at you for a while longer, eyes laden with hope, then sighs. She bows. You can tell by the desperation in her eyes that she is exhausted, frightened, and wishes to be off this planetoid as soon as possible. Your lordship. At the very least, we can inquire why she's bothering us, and then once we realize it's something that we don't care about, we just stare at her with disdain. Oh, that's not a good sign. The guard post has been vacant for a long time. There's a layer of dust on every surface. This is the 8-pointed Star of Chaos, which does not bode well for this station. Build a bridge. Do we do it from here, or do we have to do it from over there? Actually, you know what?
Nothing escapes my sight.
Keep your wits about you.
Your virtuousness.
Be a little bit more thorough out here.
I was born to wage war against darkness. I am always doing wonderfully when danger is near. Sins hidden in the heart turn all to decay. Onward! I better myself through my service.
The remains of a meal, one far too lavish for even a hive world, let alone a prison colony. A long string of names extends beneath the heading, Top Quarry Workers of the Cycle.
Is there money to be made?
Prison Diary of Adi Shan, Part 1. Rocks crap, why me? Why? I missed my tithe payment 12 years ago. 12 years. The inspector's writ got lost somewhere in the bowels of the planetary administratum. It was lying there this whole time. But they made sure to remember to tack on the fines every month. By the time they found the blasted paper and finally informed me, the total sum was so obscene, it would take 3 generations of my descendants, if I had any, to pay it off. My fate was sealed. Trial, sentence, prison. All because of some daft rotter who shoved my paper in the wrong box. It's pretty standard across the Imperium. This is a great example of the Administratum messing things up in the book 15 Hours, which is one of my favorite 40k novels, by the way. If you're looking for recommendations, that's a good one to start with. To be fair, I think I got off pretty easy. My bed in the barracks is about as hard as that slab of rockcrete I've got at home. Working the quarry isn't much tougher than my old job. And the rules, void take me. That old sod that governs Rykadi Minoris is a bloody sadist by comparison. It's a strange old place. I haven't been beaten once yet. The guards bark orders all the time, but they never hit us. They also got this kind of inner circle of special chosen prisoners. The Optimatum, they call it. If you can get in, Emperor is my witness, you get an actual day off. They let you out of your cell and into the yard by the big barracks. And I tell you what, they let you rest there and feed you better than whatever swill they're giving us in the canteen. They told me it's to improve our motivation and all that, to foster a stronger desire to reform and become a worthy servant of the Imperium once more. But I know it for what it is. Just a club for the Warden's favorites. The same story as everywhere else. Suck up to the people in power and get some swanky perks. They say the whole thing was the Warden's idea. Funny man, our Warden. He looks more noble than nobility itself. Tall, groomed, teeth even, eyes burning, boots so polished you can see yourself when you move to lick 'em. But that nutter doesn't much want people licking his boots. He walks around looking like he's deep in thought, alright, with only a couple of guards at his side. He sometimes, if you can believe it, talks to prisoners. What's your name? He asks them all quiet like. Why were you condemned? Do you feel remorse? He never even yells at no one, never orders to have them flogged. Instead, he doles rewards out to the special ones. Keeps telling us things like how we should strive to make society believe in us again. Whatever you say, Master Warden. Starting tomorrow, I'll be trying to join these optimates of yours. I'm stuck in here till the day I die. That means no return to society for me. But with the Emperor's help, I might just join the ranks of the local elite. Interesting.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Scraps of typical prison food, repulsive to the senses. Venerable Optimates, the best among us. The list is faded, the names are barely legible.
I always keep my options open. You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
I don't need to
Give
read that
me
because
strength.
my main character is also an officer. Oh, because we've been ambushed, we can't change our position. Alright, interesting. Well, that was annoying. Not realize I was gonna proc an attack of opportunity.
Injuries will not slow me. That is not the Emperor's will. God, Emperor, move through me. Be fire in my heart.
Out of combat, let's go and pop that. Command on her. Followed by Air of Authority.
Who if not me? I'll see to it.
Should have activated that first.
I'll make it happen.
Darn. We'll get there eventually.
Will do.
There we go. Little tickle for that guy.
I will do my duty.
Brace for Impact is a fantastic ability, so we'll use that. Taunting Scream. Make sure they're focusing on him. Well, fun. What? That's a terrible throw. I'm not sure where he's going.
Doubt is for the weak.
I'll take care of this guy.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
On it.
Not more resolve.
Who if not me? I am ready for whatever comes. It's as good as done.
Nice.
I will endure.
I think Argenta kills all these guys on her next turn.
But of course.
Alright, what does Whiplash do? Not sure.
Was that you? Or
I hit my officer as well. Can I hit this guy instead? So I'm gonna hit my officer. Alright, go and debuff that guy. Wait, how does that... Until the start of her next turn. Okay, so we finished him off this turn.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
He only has melee right now. Let's go do this. Or not. Hold on. Did I misread that? Yeah, with action points equal to 2. So I don't know why she couldn't shoot there. Odd. Oh, really? Too close. Well, fine. That was a dumb move.
As the Emperor, each strike is a prayer. I'll do it.
I'm gonna stay a little spread out because this guy's gonna probably throw another grenade at us. Alright, who have I put Air of Authority on already? Unavailable, but why?
I won't compromise my principles.
Oh, because they already have it on there. That's why. Already has forewarning on him.
Anything else? Will do.
He's out of range. That's alright.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah, too far away. That's fair.
I have read tomes of military tactics. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Yeah, makes him pretty tanky.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Just the one enemy left. We're just having a hard time closing the distance. Not too worried about being behind cover since he seems to throw grenades more often than, well, that's all I've seen him do actually. A little out of range. For everything. Well, we'll just use Endure. And so we can get a shot off. I'm not sure what his plan is.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
So that's not where I was clicking. I'm not sure what was up with that.
This is unacceptable.
Oh, it takes 3 AP to reload. Well, shoot. What's our other weapon set?
Doubt is for the weak.
Oh, he should die to on his next turn to burning regardless, so I'm just gonna skip.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
Oh, I should have given her another turn with Cassia. I could have finished the fight right now.
At your beck and call.
There we go. A little time consuming, but we came out on top. Unscathed as well. Not during the fight, of course, but after. Chainmail. That's cool. And it is better than the Carapace chestplate. By a good margin. Let's see how the knives compare to our melee weapons.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
More knives. A gas cloud grenade. Does toxic damage. And some cargo. Alright, so the chainmail looks pretty cool. So the Carapace chestplate is a direct upgrade for him. Same dodge chance, but an extra 5% damage reduced on average. No reason to swap those out on anybody. Yeah. Oh, we'll keep it as is. Oh, and the knives. How they compare to the swords? 6 to 9. 7 to 10, so a little better. 6 to 8. What about for you? 8 to 10. Alright, so a little worse. But better for you. Gonna do that. Swap back to your flamer. Awesome.
Let us not dawdle.
These cages have been placed in plain view of the beds. Inside are traces of blood and excrement.
The premonition runs true.
The grease-stained edges of the poster detach ever so slightly. It appears that it was frequently removed and rehung. Prisoner's Shank. And an improved auto pistol. So 4 to 12, better max damage. Definitely worth swapping that out for. Great melee option there. Can't dual wield, that's fair. Might give you a ranged option as well. Yeah, I mean 7 to 12 is pretty solid. What's he have? 4 to 6. I might give this to her instead. And give him something with a little bit more kick to it. Seven to 11. 3 to 5. 4 to 5. I get last pistols instead, and he'll get the improved, well-maintained stub revolver for more damage. Bear beds made from metal sheets swing back and forth on rusted chains. Whoever is forced to sleep on them, it would not take much for them to fall. My Prison Diary of Adi Shan Part 2. Ha ha ha, I swear. The Emperor hasn't forsaken me. Guess who just came down the shuttle gangway among the fresh batch of prisoners? Cleansen Throne Darn Willia, or Villia. Former Administratum Clerk. No, the Clerk. The very same scum who lost their writ about the missing payment. He's the reason I'm in this hole. Don't know what they threw him in for, but I never felt better in my life. He's not just behind the same bars as me. He's fresh meat. And I'm a venerable optimate respected by everyone in the colony. The Warden just came up with a new improvement. From now on, anyone who underperforms, misbehaves, or causes trouble any other way is to be punished by the community. Specifically, by the local best and brightest. Yours truly, the Optimates. The last 2 sods who failed to meet the quota were stripped naked, whipped, and thrown into cages in the big barracks. That's where they have to eat, sleep, and crap now with everyone watching. I thought to myself then, that isn't right. They've taken these punishments too far. But now, just you wait, you piece of Grox crap. I'll get you for something. Those cages are calling your name. The beds here are bolted to the floor. Some have thin, torn bed sheets and even tattered pillows.
Keep your wits about you.
Pillows? The luxury. I should take some time and equip some grenades on my characters as well. Since Argenta is already committing war crimes at the Flamer, we'll give her the gas cloud grenades. Crack grenade seems like something Abelard would use. Force grenades we'll give to our Psyker friends. Both get 2. Oh, she has something. A fire grenade. Let's give that to Argenta instead. Force grenades for Adira. We'll hold on to those. Alright. I do believe that was everything in this direction. Not that we can't come back and explore later regardless.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Alright, I'm going to call it here, and next time we'll continue further.
I feel my age when fighting alongside such young warriors.
Indeed. While I have my navigator skills to call upon, you are, statistically speaking, far more likely to perish in battle. Oh, I mean, that came out wrong.
Alright, next time we'll continue further into the prison Planetoid and root out the chaos that's obviously prevalent here. But for now, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.